Right on, dudes. Hi, everybody. How you doing? Bruce here, Traveling with Bruce. Welcome to my show. I'm just setting up here. 1 second. Going to hear my voice in just a momento as it kicks in here on the other side. There it is. We'll put a mute on that. Okay, we've got that part done. And I've just got a little thing to do here, and I'm ready to go. How's everybody doing? Welcome to Monday. There we go. Monday, May the 20th, 2019. Traveling with Bruce is on the air. I am back for more. Welcome one, welcome all. Nice to have you coming by to visit me today. Here in Creston, we are kind of cloudy. It's not like miserable out, but it's just not like fabulous. Hopefully tomorrow we will start breaking through. By the end of the week, we will be hot here. We'll be in the 80s. For us, that's hot. Canada and all. But I'm happy to see that warm temperature is coming. Didn't mind the weekend. Was rainy a bit, foggy a bit, sunny a bit. We drove to Coeur d'Alene yesterday. Went to the old Costco store down to Coeur d'Alene, and it was gorgeous, sunny in Coeur d'Alene. Go figure. But coming back north, got cloudy again. We got clouds here, overcast, dreary. 2 hours south, glorious sunshine. Those Pacific weather systems, what can I tell you? That's just the way it goes. Anyway, we've survived. Got me some Costco ice cream. I'm surviving now. It's all good. It's all good now. I got the Kirkland ice cream. Fear not for your friend at Traveling with Bruce. Welcome one and welcome all to the show. Those of you who were watching my video today, I uploaded a video today about well, basically, it's about cruise ship pollution. It's there's this headline going around. It's like a tweet. There's a Twitter message going around that people are sharing like crazy. They just blindly share these pronouncements that they read out there. They just think, oh yeah, it's got to be real because I read it somewhere else. I'm just going to pass it on. That a cruise ship pollutes as much as 1 million cars a day. That's what cruise ships do. They're just belching smoke into the sky, and they equal 1 million cars a day of pollution. And this has been going around for months, and I just haven't had time to get to it. But today I made time to get to this story, and I dug up apparently there was an interview between one of these. I'm not sure if it's the actual author of the report or a co-author of this, claim. But he was on the radio here in Canada. They had him on a sort of a link from Europe to here, and I read kind of the story, and I got basically the numbers. I was after the numbers to how do you come to this calculation that these cruise ships do this kind of pollution, and I finally got the numbers, and then I started doing some homework, trying to figure out what a metric, like what is a ton of fuel for a cruise ship? What does that equal in actual gallons and all this stuff? And then I figured out, all right, well, okay, you got 1 million cars, and you got a cruise ship, and this is how many gallons a cruise ship uses every day, and this is how many gallons does a car use every day? Well, you tell me, how many gallons of fuel do you buy for your car every day? Do you have a short commute to your work? Do you have a long commute? Do you use your car for work? Do you use your car after work to do some groceries and running around? What about weekends? Do you, do you drive to visit relatives and friends or run around town like crazy? I mean, I figure it's 2 gallons a day. That's what I figure, because most vehicles get between 15 miles a gallon if you've got a truck, to 40 miles a gallon if you've got a Prius, maybe better than that, but I would think most vehicles are in that 20, 25 range, because so many of us drive city driving. This so-called EPA estimated mileage, forget about it. We don't ever get that. None of us get that ever, unless you're being blown down a hill with the wind. You're not going to get that kind of mileage. Anyway, I figured 2 gallons a day on average for 1 million cars. It's 2 million gallons of gas a day. But that's refined fuel. That's fuel that had to be purified to be qualified as unleaded gasoline, for example, for your car. And to produce unleaded fuel for your automobile, the raw crude oil that comes into a refinery has to be refined, and it has to be, additives have to be added. It has to be blended and whatever the EPA wants. And so the fuel has to be of a certain quality, otherwise it won't work in our engines. And that requires fuel to be used to power the refinery to make the fuel for the car. So the kind of fuel that a car uses, it already has pollutants that have been generated just to make that fuel. For a cruise ship, the complaint is, oh, they use a lower grade fuel, but that means that their fuel isn't used as much in the refinery as a fuel for your car. So actually, a cruise ship is using fuel of a more basic level, which means it's dirtier, but it hasn't already been, run through a refinery like crazy. Anyway, cruise ships, of course, burn fuel, and then a number of them now have installed scrubber systems to purify the air a bit and get a bunch of particulates out. And there's all this. It's endless. Anyway, but the bottom line is this: a cruise ship with 5,000 people, 3,800 passengers, 1,200 crew, or 3,700 passengers, 1,300 crew. Do the math any way you want. 5,000 people on a cruise ship. You're talking about 45 to 50,000 gallons a day. That's what a cruise ship uses: 45 to 50,000 gallons a day. 1 million cars, 2 million gallons a day. So I don't see the same amount of fuel on each side, but I can't also see there's no way that 45,000 gallons of fuel are more polluting or just as polluting as 2 million gallons of fuel coming out of our cars. That's what I'm wondering about. Now, certain environmentalists will say, oh, no. The kind of particulate we're talking about is this kind of particulate versus this kind of particulate. And there's okay. I'm not a scientist. I'm not an expert in this area. I'm just going with raw numbers. Anyway, I made this video. And I asked everybody right at the beginning of the video, if you're watching this video, you've got to give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down on what you feel about this video. You think I'm on the right track, wrong track, or you don't agree with me, or you agree with me, or you don't care. But you just got to give me an answer. So thankfully, and happily to say, I've had over 600 views before I came on the air, and I've had almost 150 thumbs ups or thumbs downs. That is a very high reaction to a video. 150 out of 600. 1 in 4 are reacting. So they're not following my instructions. 3 and 4 of you are not doing what I'm asking you to do. But nonetheless, I usually only get maybe 5%. I might get 10,000 views on a video, and I only get 200 or 300 thumbs ups or down. Here, it's 150 out of 600, so it's very high, which is good for the YouTube channel because it's showing engagement. And a lot of people are writing to me saying, well, here's what I think about that. And I want it. I want that. I want all kinds of reaction. Whether I'm right or not, it doesn't matter. I just want to get a reaction to the story. Some people have had some very interesting comments, some very informative comments, and I really appreciate it. But it's a story that's just, these are the kinds of stories that rile people up. And for some environmentalists, it just drives them to the nth degree. For scientists and engineers, they kind of go, if the public only knew. And then there's the layman like me, the layman. I'm just going, hey, 2 million gallons for a car, for 1 million cars, and there's a lot of people who burn a lot more than that. And then there's 50,000 gallons for a ship. You can't take a shower in a car. You can't prepare meals in a car. You can't go to the bathroom in your car. But on a cruise ship, 50,000 gallons covers everything. This is a ship at sea that's moving, and you can eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner in that 24-hour time frame with 50,000 gallons. You are watching the show. You're in the casino. You're in the spa. You're hanging out at the pool. Your kids are enjoying the water slides. Everything is running with 50,000 gallons of fuel. Whereas with your car, there's 2 million gallons to get you maybe to your office and back, or to your grocery store and back, whatever you're doing. And then you still have to figure out what you're doing with the other 23 or 20 hours of your life. Because if your commute time, if the amount of time you spend in your car is 2 hours a day, you still have 22 hours of time to burn fuel doing something else. Whereas on a cruise ship, you're on a cruise ship, 5,000 people, they're burning 50,000 gallons max for the day, the whole day, to do everything. The freezers are freezing the food. The ovens are cooking the food. The dishwashers are washing the dishes after you've eaten the food. All the people who are on that ship are being looked after with the everything to do with life. Water is being created by the cruise ship in the ocean. So this is everything. Whereas you think about how much fuel we use when we're not behind the wheel of a car in our apartment or in our homes or at our office or at work. We're using fuel all the time to make electricity wherever we're using it, or to drink water, or to eat food, or what have you, because you go to your local McDonald's for a bite to eat. They're using fuel one way or the other to make your burger and fries. It's just mind-numbing. It's just mind-numbing. But I love how these environmentalists go, "Oh, a cruise ship is a big polluter and it's way more than the cars." Well, okay. I can see where it would be a bit inconvenient and not so fuel efficient to take a cruise ship from Bayonne, New Jersey, or Bayonne, New Jersey. Apparently it's Bayonne, by the way, it's Bayonne, New Jersey, and then drop them off in Manhattan. That would be inefficient. I grant you that. But for a 1-week cruise and to travel 3,200 miles or whatever the number of miles, it seems to be kind of an efficient way to go. They're getting cleaner all the time. I think the ships are getting cleaner. They're trying to get cleaner all the time. The USA court system is saying to Carnival, you are going to clean up your act in our water. So there's something being done there. I don't see a big push among car industry executives coming to you and me bragging about, hey, that Chevy Malibu you're thinking of getting next year, it's only going to burn half the particulates next year because we have taken it upon ourselves to clean up this car, and it's going to get you 50 miles to the gallon, and it's going to burn way. I don't hear any car companies talking about that. I hear Ford laying off 7,000 employees. I hear Ford discontinuing the making of cars because they can't make any money making cars. They're making trucks. And the number one selling vehicle in the United States and Canada is the F-150 pickup truck. Oh, yeah, baby. We walk the walk and we talk the talk, don't we, folks? Look at yourselves, look in the mirror, and go, why is there so much carbon in the air? Oh, maybe it's because most of us love to drive an F-150 around town. Hey, what can I say? Like I say, the headlines are the headlines, and I just kind of go, really? So today I made a video about this thing, and I did it from my angle, from way up here in Canada. And like I say, thank you for all of you out there who've seen the video so far. Thank you for anyone who's done this or this and reacted to it. And I hope the rest of you who haven't seen it yet, watch it and give me your 2 bits worth of thoughts on the subject. Love to have it. As far as news goes here, I've been watching the news all weekend long, and what I've noticed is the big story was the Royal Caribbean cruise ship Anthem of the Seas arriving late into New York because of a medical issue. A passenger apparently got ill on board the ship after the ship left Labadee in Haiti, was steaming her way back to New York. I believe she was partially towards between Bermuda and the Bahamas already, steaming for New York when this emergency happened, medical emergency. I've heard one report that there were actually 2 on board the ship, but I only thought there was 1. And the doctor, I think, recommended to the captain, we got to get this individual to a hospital ASAP. And we have very few choices. We have to get this person or they will die on board the ship, because I cannot deal with this, cannot make it better. The captain looked at the charts. They figured it out that the fastest way to get this individual to a hospital was to go back to Nassau in the Bahamas, because the ship was so far out to sea, there was no helicopter that could get out there and get back. People were asking me, Bruce, why didn't the Coast Guard just send out a helicopter to get this passenger? Because the ship was too far out and there are no helicopters that can fly that distance there and back on the same tank of gas. And so that's one reason. Another person said to me, well, why don't they just have a cheap old helicopter on board the ship all the time? And then when it's time to evacuate a passenger, it's just a one-way trip from the ship to land. Well, a cheap old helicopter? There's no such thing as a cheap old helicopter. There are helicopters, and they're $1 million a piece, and then you need pilots on standby on board the ship to fly the helicopter at any time. You need a pilot, a co-pilot. You're going to need nursing staff on board the ship, or paramedics. You're going to have them on a ship all the time with a helicopter in case somebody in the middle of the ocean needs help. No, it's infeasible. It's not feasible. It's unfeasible. So the reaction in reality was the ship turned around, went back to Nassau. I think it took them 12 hours to get there. They dropped the passenger off, got him to the hospital. I do not know the status of the passenger. The ship then left Nassau, turned around, went back to New York, got back to where it was when the emergency happened, and that made it 24 hours late because it was now 24 hours to get back to where it was when the emergency took place in the first place. Kept steaming to New York, got to New York late Saturday night, and I guess what they were able to do is first thing Sunday morning, they were able to get people off the ship. I think, I'm not sure when they got off the ship. Was it Saturday night or Sunday morning? Not 100% sure. But the ship got people off the ship with their luggage. Then the ship went into New York Harbor because right behind her was the Celebrity ship that was coming in to drop off its passengers on its scheduled drop-off time Sunday morning. So the Anthem of the Seas went into the New York Harbor, went up and down the Hudson River for a while, and the Celebrity ship dropped off her passengers, picked up her new passengers, picked up all her supplies, took up all her garbage and whatever, and left the harbor. And then in came the Anthem of the Seas to pick up her passengers and all of its food and requirements and supplies and everything else. Then it left the harbor and is heading for Bermuda. And instead of being a 5-day cruise, the Anthem is on a 4-day cruise. And if you chose as a passenger not to take the cruise, they gave you full refund, no problem. If you decided, yes, we're going on the cruise line said, well, we'll tell you what, you're only getting a 4-day cruise instead of a 5-day cruise. We'll only charge you for 3 days. We'll give you a 2-day credit. We'll give you a credit on your account for 2 days. Spend it on board if you want. If you don't spend it on board, it'll just be a credit on your credit card. And we'll sweeten the pot. We'll give you another 2-day credit based on what you paid. So if you paid $500, that's $100 a day per passenger. We'll give you $100 each as a future credit, $200 each, 2 days credit additionally. So you get 2 days off on this cruise. You get a future 2-day credit on another cruise that you book with us. And thank you very much. So in effect, you're paying for 1 day and getting 4 days either credited or future credit. Pretty good gesture on behalf of Royal Caribbean, I would say. It's unfortunate the passenger, whoever the passenger was, got ill. It's the way it is. But Royal Caribbean's attitude is, we have a medical emergency on board. Our job is to take care of our passengers on board our cruise ships, and we'll do whatever we have to do to get the person the medical attention we can possibly get them to save their life. And if it means that 5,000 plus passengers on the ship are going to be delayed getting in, and 5,000 passengers are delayed getting on, well, that's just part of the game. It's part of the business. Sorry to say, the 5,000 passengers that were on the ship, and I know it's 4,970 or something, but these cruise ships run at 105 to 110% capacity. Could have been 5,500 people on this thing, and 5,500 people waiting to get on. Total of 11,000. I estimated 10,000 people were affected. Anyway, the folks who came back to New York, who were late getting home, they had to get flights out of New York. They probably missed flights all over the place. They probably missed their car pickups at the car rental agencies. They probably had to park their car an extra night in the parking lot for an extra fee. There were expenses. Well, the cruise line gave credits to those folks as well to help with that. And then the folks who were coming in and had to now wait to get on the ship, they were given a hotel credit to house them overnight and that type of thing. So it cost the cruise line $1 gazillion, a whole bunch of money. And that, my friends, is why you should have travel insurance and medical insurance whenever you go traveling. Because think about it, if the cruise line is offering you $150, $200 compensation for the inconvenience, but you're flying business class back to where you came from, and you have to delay your flight and reschedule, that might be a $2,000 hit per person. You need travel insurance to cover you for the balance, because the cruise line will probably only cover you for your basic economy airfare, not the upgrade. That's an example. Other examples could be just hotels and meals and you name it, and then of course the medical side. So sometimes cruise lines aren't as generous as Royal Caribbean, and so you're on your own, and it would be nice to know that you're covered with your insurance. Sometimes your credit cards will cover you with your own credit card travel insurance if you pay through the credit card for the cruise, but you're best to deal with your own insurance agent at home and make sure you have travel and medical insurance, period. I would make it a permanent thing. Make it part of your homeowner's insurance, or make it part of your car insurance, or make it a separate policy. Whatever your local home-based insurance provider can do for you, it's probably the most cost-effective way to go and to be covered. Anyway, there you go. That's that story right there. That covered most of the weekend's activities as far as I could see. My channel lit up when I did a story about the 10,000 passengers affected by the Anthem of the Seas. I want to thank all of you who watched that video. Got a ton of thumbs ups for that video. Thank you very much. A bunch of you shared the video. I asked you to. You did. Thank you. And the channel really had a good weekend because of it. And I thank you very much. We had another 100 plus subscribers. We are now at 23,000. What is that number now? I will tell you, 23,251 subscribers. 23,251 subscribers. We were at 23,070. So we've added 180 subscribers since Saturday afternoon. And this story is a big part of it. And thank you very much for your for you watching my channel and giving me thumbs ups and positive comments and everything else. I do appreciate it, as does Jennifer. So there you go. That is the story right there. Those are my thoughts on the day. What are your thoughts on all that? Please tell me what you think. Oh, hey, Aiden. Thank you, Aiden. Little super chat just came in. Let's say hi to everybody, see who's here. And if you have any questions or comments about what I've talked about today, or anything you want to know, let me know. I was also going to read some comments today, actually. I haven't done this before. I have not done this before on the air, but I get comments all the time on my videos. I mean, they just come in. I don't know if you can see them. You see all those millions of words, and you know, some of these comments are great. Like, wow, what a video! Like, can I ask for more than that? Thank you very much, Parker. Thank you for that. Let's see. Here's somebody talking about the using fuel on cruise ships versus cars. It is at worst a net even, because they would be using all that energy if they were home, and a cruise ship has got to be more efficient than a typical home. No wear and tear on the car, the roads, etc., and the fuel is cheaper. Different comments from different videos. You have to remember, Bruce, Kent is telling me this one. Kent, thank you. You have to remember that not everyone drives the same amount of miles every day or in the same traffic. A person who commutes 40 miles round trip in Los Angeles will use more gas than someone who drives the same commute in a rural area with little traffic. Good point. By the same token, if you only drive a few errands each day and your kids walk to and from school, you might only use a gallon of gas each way a day. That's true too. Let's see here. Richard is saying, thank you, Richard. I think cruise ships and cars are about the same because each use fuel. Thank you. Billy D, why would the ship not have requested a helicopter? Here's that comment. Why would the cruise ship not have requested a helicopter to get ill passenger or passengers off the ship much more quickly based on what you shared, since that happened many times on past cruises? That's true. Well, many times on past cruises, cruise ships are so close to shore that a Coast Guard helicopter can probably go 240 miles, 120 miles out, 120 miles back, with maybe 10, 15 minutes of hovering time over the ship to get that passenger. Well, if you're 400 miles out, that's not going to happen. So you need 800 miles of gas. Helicopters don't have that kind of fuel. Cruise ships that cause pollution like cars. Gavin says some commuters in London use much more than a gallon of fuel to get to work, partly because of the congestion. Also, you failed to mention effluent pollution. A ship with, say, 400 on board, docked either overnight and early hours. That's a lot of stuff going into the harbor. Well, there's that too. And then Peter says, as far as waste being checked, no pun intended, I think passengers can cut down on waste and waste by only eating what they can finish. There we go. That helps the environment. There you go. Right on, Peter. Sylvan Forrest, love your comments, Sylvan. How and why do environmentalists come up with such figures? How is this obvious? It's obviously bad math. Little Johnny couldn't even learn to count in grade school, and the situation degenerated since then. Why? It's clear to me to shame fossil fuel users. Environmentally, we have passed the point of no return. An old naval principle dictates, quote, of a sinking ship does not. Oh, well, let me read that again. A sinking ship does not, you don't repaint the chimneys on a sinking ship. There we go. I'll figure this one out. Don't kid yourselves. Even clean burning LNG engines require oxygen to set the LNG ablaze. They emit water vapor and carbon dioxide plus a few trace pollutants for good measure. How I long for the day where my friend Rita picketed Montreal's cruise terminal's entrance with placards and a bullhorn demanding social justice for cruise ship staff. Now, that was 40 years ago. She put away the protest paraphernalia and she accomplished absolutely nothing. But she got a good view of those ships when they visited Montreal once in a while. Edward says to me, that's amazing how much fuel a cruise ship uses a day. I agree that a ship can't use as much fuel as a million cars. Great video. Because we can says, laugh out loud. Great video, and thanks for your covering this topic. And sorry, I was late. I was at school. It's all good. You don't have to worry about that. Bonnie just gave me a bunch of thumbs up like that. I think cars use more than 2 gallons of gas a day, more like 5 gallons. That's what Jarrell is telling me. Jeffrey says, obviously some stupid ultra-liberal environmentalists wacko just made up these ridiculous numbers to get attention. The problem is that there was a lot of mind-numb wackos that think the same without even thinking of running the numbers, just like you did to find out the real truth. They just believe anything they're told, just like the mind-numb liberals that they are, and the media just the same way with reckless abandon points, all the little crap that they see. It's truly disgusting, and what depths they will go to and lies they will tell. There you go. There you go. Michael says it's not about the fuel. It's about the liberals who are anti-wealth. They think rich people cruise, so they're against it. Also, you cannot compare a ship engine to a car engine. Let's see here. Tweaks says, comparing fuel amounts alone, like you said, is comparing apples to oranges. It should really be compared to energy usage. What does a small town of 5,000 use any given day for electricity as well as fuel for their car? That would seem to give you more accurate energy usage analysis. I agree. I mean, where's your electricity come from? Do you get your electricity from oil burning generating stations or natural gas burning generating stations or hydroelectric or nuclear or what? These are all good points. Steve says, I was curious about how much fuel does a cruise ship actually use. I'm all for environmental, but I'm also for cruising. There you go. Wes Morrison, I love you, Wes. What about a big SRV? Yeah, I love that one, Wes. You're right there, buddy. Big SRVs use fuel too. Mr. Grumpy, do cruise ships dump their holding tanks when out at sea? They are allowed to dump the gray water, I believe, but the black they bring into port usually, and they have that treated into a sewage station. But they do have onboard sewage treatment facilities, these big ships. I mean, 6,500. You ever watch these documentaries on the building and the running of these Oasis-class ships? They're quite clean, actually. They're quite amazing vessels. Cristobal says, your estimate of 2 gallons a day for a car, I believe, they use at least 4 gallons. In an ideal situation, the less electric, yes, the boat should use less fuel as mass transport. Also, another twist, boats can be made to use or converted to natural gas and can be also have hybrid systems, battery when in slow mode and other fuels when at full speed. Very good points. And Steamer said, I'm first. I just gave you a thumbs up, buddy. I'm the first guy here, right on. And Dwayne said, I'm the 8th thumbs up, Steamer. I'm number 8. So thank you guys for the thumbs ups in the comments. Here's something: the 7 worst cruises of 2018 that I did the video on. That video has almost got 900,000 views now. It's awesome. Brady says to me, I just went on the MSC Seaside cruise. It was good, but the night buffet was a poor choice. He didn't like it. And what else have I got here? The 10,000 passengers delayed video. I just got a horrible rash from the water. I was on the norovirus cruise in January. Everything was fine before Labadee. Labadee is where all the sickness comes from, says AZ Voice. Newbie Shadow is asking me, where's the Titanic 2? Well, what's up, Bruce? I think it's still under construction in China. I don't know how it's doing. I don't hear anything. It's obviously not being built by a cruise line, like a large cruise liner. Like a Carnival or a Royal Caribbean or Norwegian or a Virgin Voyages or MSC. If those guys were building the Titanic too, we would be getting every 2 weeks, full-blown updates with video, pictures, news announcements. It's obvious that this is a one-ship cruise line being operated by one guy who's hired some marketing company who's just not doing anything. Maybe they've run out of money to promote it. I don't know. We'll keep you posted when we hear something. Back to the 10,000 passengers delayed by Anthem of the Seas. I hope that the people who went to the hospital are okay, but people don't realize that when they lose all that money, it's a big tax write-off for them. So the person is thinking, this viewer is thinking that the cruise line is getting a big fat tax write-off, for this. Well, cruise lines are not U.S. corporations, so actually they don't get a tax write-off because they don't pay a lot of U.S. taxes, actually. So it's not that at all. They may have insurance for this kind of stuff, but I'm really not sure about that. Here we go. Matt saying, "Hey Bruce, sounds like they should have built a helicopter pad into the ship's design. That would have been cheaper than all those refunds, etc." You see, but the ship was too far out for a helicopter to work, so that wasn't going to work out. Looks like Ronald is saying to me, sounds like Royal Caribbean did a good job of compensation, better than Viking did when the sky broke down. That's interesting. And then, I did a video about Glenn Beck and Bill O'Reilly. I did a video. Glenn Beck and Bill O'Reilly and some other Fox people are going on a cruise. They're doing a group cruise in the Mediterranean in March 2020. And I put this video together on, I think it was Saturday morning, and maybe even Friday night. And I released it, and I asked you folks, hey, would you go on this cruise? Because it could run you up to like $11,200 if you take the balcony cabin and you put up the $5,000 to get into the inner circle to meet these guys. Or would you rather do a cruise like that with me, and that would run you like $2,500 bucks? And Mr. Narwaxel says, I would have done it with you, Bruce. Thank you very much for your support. Eco R fan says, not the Anthem again. I just looked up cursed cruise ship about an hour ago with no knowledge about this. This is probably the most cursed cruise ship of the 2010s. Major weather incidents, drowning incident, cancellations, delays, and disease outbreaks. Oh, the poor Anthem of the Seas. Blaine is saying to me, Blaine 2007 saying, hey, that Bill O'Reilly cruise, you know, the Glenn Beck thing, they both sound like good times. Put politics aside, because the trip is more than just about that. You get to see a lot of things, and the ship will be nice. So there you go. That's a nice way of saying it. Here we go. Freeman says, why don't they have a helicopter on board? Oh, I told you why. Can you imagine a helicopter on board the deck of the cruise ship getting hit with the salt water all the time? That thing would rust out in weeks. It would be unflyable, unbelievable. But hey, you know, you don't know that until you know that. You know, what can I tell you? Dan Demand Slots, we had him join us last week. Someone said, going on the Bliss on March 20th with 11 family members. Can't wait. I bet that's going to be a good time. Kathleen, you have a great time. Let's see here. Corey says, I was on board. I was on board the Anthem of the Seas. I got an extra day at sea. Yeah, he's happy. He got an extra day cruising. Melanie Phillips, it would have been cheaper to land a helicopter and take care of the one instead of coping with the many. Yes, if only a helicopter could have reached the ship, but it couldn't be done. And then here, Ashley says to me, I was on that cruise with the Anthem of the Seas. There was actually 2 people who needed to be dropped off in the Bahamas. And you're right, Royal compensated a lot for people on the ship and the people that had to wait. They did a really good job in compensating. There you go. Let's see here. Let's go through here. Living in the Cayman Islands. My video about living in the Cayman Islands. Living in the islands as an expatriate. Shang Mag says to me, I lived in the Caymans. You make it sound totally boring. I love that comment. I have to say, I wrote back and I said it was fun, interesting, expensive, educational, nice. Did I say expensive? It was expensive. Oh my gosh. I got a kick out of that comment so much. Anyway, there you go. Just a few comments coming into my channel. They just come in here all the time. Someone said to me, how did you get to a number of 10,000 people? The ship doesn't hold anywhere near 10,000 people. What are you talking about, Bruce? Well, it's 5,500, up to 5,500 people on the ship coming back to New York. There's up to 5,500 people who want to get on the ship from New Jersey to get going on their trip. That's 11,000 right there. I only quoted 10. I mean, sheesh. What can I say? Anyway, those are my just a smattering of the comments I get all the time. And then, of course, I get nasty ones. Anyway, welcome welcome all to my channel, to the show. I'm glad hope you're enjoying this little rant of mine. Hope you're having fun today. I'm having fun today. I got 76 of you watching right now. I got 35 thumbs ups. I would love it if you could spare me some thumbs ups, folks. We need all we can get to promote the channel. Linda Lou is here. Paul Willigas is here. Tom Henry, Sheila. Sylvia's here. Who else have I got here? Jocko from the Netherlands is here. Welcome, my friend. Let's see here. Who else is around? Just going to whip off names. Scott Weber is here. And SFL Spotter is here. Welcome. He's in the pub in Ketchikan right now. Right, I go on the Joy, the Norwegian Joy. I remember SFL Spotter is on the Norwegian Joy, and he's in Ketchikan in a pub right now. And I'm glad you made it, my friend. Fantastic. Say hi to everybody in the pub. Hello, everybody in Ketchikan, all fellow cruisers out there. Subscribe to my channel right now. There's a subscribe button here. There's a subscribe button there. I'm desperate for subscribers. That would be wonderful. SFL, you promote that channel out there. I love it. Oh, wonderful. Who else is here? Tracy Smith, thank you. Welcome. Kat Rose is here. Hi there. Who else have I got here? Jack Holland, just saying hi. I like your show. First timer, Jack, thank you so much for being here for the first time. Tell me, where are you watching me from? I'd love to find out where my viewers are. This is awesome. Rob Siblin, hi, Bruce and TW family. It's 76 in Lexington, Kentucky, where I am, and gas is $2.66 a gallon. I paid $2.97 in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho yesterday. Outrageous, but that's what it is. Welcome, Rob. And thank you for joining me from Lexington. Beautiful place, beautiful people in Lexington, Kentucky. Let's see here. Sheila's here. Sylvia's here. Who else is saying hi to me? BC is here. Hey, BC, thanks for all those great photos that you're posting on my Traveling with Bruce group page on Facebook. Man, you are doing a great job. I thank you. I want to thank everyone out there who's been posting all kinds of photos and videos on the Traveling with Bruce group page. It's spelled with 2 L's, Traveling with Bruce. If you have not been there, get over there after the show's over. Please visit my Facebook group page. Ask to join. I'll let you in. I'm the administrator. We have almost 700 people in that group now. It's getting larger every week. It's incredible. And there are some unbelievable cruise ship photos and videos being posted by TWB family members, and I love it. So please get over there after the show. That's great. David M. Little, Bruce, did you get the package? David, I went to my U.S. address provider across the border. They were closed for the weekend. They're closed, so I have to wait till tomorrow to try to get over there. I have to do a dash across the border, go and get it and bring it back. So I'm working on it, David. Sherry Awesome Sunsets. Hi, Bruce. Hi there, Sherry Awesome Sunsets. How are you? Who else is here today? People are saying hi to each other like crazy, as always. Tom Henry says, it's time for me to redo the TWB clocks in my guest room. No, crazy rich guy. So I'll put Glenn on Brisbane clock, and I'll set up the other one as Donnell and Viv, who are both in the same time zone. I think Tom has 4 Traveling with Bruce clocks that he purchased on RedBubble, my RedBubble store. By the way, if you go to my Facebook group page today, you will see an ad, a little ad promotion that Jennifer put together with 10 photos of 10 different logoed clothing items to let you know what RedBubble Store has in there. We're going to do more of that to try to promote the RedBubble product a little bit more. I've been lacking in that area. Tom, thank you for those purchases you made months ago, and I'm glad you're putting those clocks to good use. It's fantastic. Sean McCroskey, hello from Birmingham, Alabama. Long ad, 5 minutes for Katrina Cruz. Sean, you only have to watch the first 30 seconds of an ad. You can stop it right when it's dead and it strikes. I get paid after 30 seconds. Don't worry about the rest of it. But thank you for watching it. Cat Rose, no cruise for me anytime soon, says Cat. BC, rain today, 13 Celsius, gas 171.9 a liter, 172 a liter. Oh my gosh, that's getting to be $4 a gallon. It's insane. Unbelievable. Who else is here? Beth Walters is here. Hi, Beth. How are you? Welcome to my show. Where are you watching me from? Glenn Edinburgh's here. Hi, Bruce. And all from Brisbane, Australia. Thank you for coming back, Glenn. Welcoming everyone at the TWB team. Fantastic. Cool Jazz from New York is in the house. Claude Christ Bruce, you have a bad echo on the broadcast. Refresh your computer. Do a refresh. Let's see if that fixes you up there. Who else we got here? Shawana's Creative Circle is here. Hi there, Shawana Creative Circle. Steaming Bean, welcome, Steaming Bean from a toasty, warm Sandy Bay, Saskatchewan. He's here. Welcome, Steamer. Paul Wilgus, Glenn Edinburgh. Who else do I see here? I see familiar names. I see new names. Sean McCroskey says, that pollution video was excellent, Bruce. Great topic. What about the pollution from moving goods around the country like trains and trucks? I'm in 2019 Kenworth. That is a clean, idle truck. See, way to go, buddy. Thank you for that information, too. Sylvan, hi, Bruce, and all 84 Delray Beach, sunny. Cigar, libation, all in hand. All right, everyone, you know the drill. Hit the thumbs up button for Bruce, subscribe, and hit the notifications. We got 43 thumbs ups now out of 75 viewers. There's 30 some of you are holding back on me. If you could please give me a thumbs up, that would be wonderful. Thank you, everybody. Steamer, 45 days until my cruise. 45 days. Way to go, buddy. You're getting it. It's coming. It's happening. Who else is here? Tracy Smith, 25 days until my Princess Cruise. Fantastic. Who else is here? Oh, Say-So is here. Hi, Say-So. Who else have I seen? Kelly Haston saying hello. Linda Moore is here. Bruce. Amen, Bruce. Hi, Linda. Sean says, I only get 7 miles a gallon with my truck. I use about 150 gallons of diesel a day, but I also use diesel exhaust fluid every 2,500 miles to keep this semi-truck running clean, or so people think. Right on. Who else is here? All these comments are saying hi to everybody else. It's wonderful, folks. I'm glad you're here talking to each other. Glad you're here. I'm looking for new names. I see Brittany Lockwood. I saw your shirt design. Pretty cool. Brittany made a shirt on her own, a TWB shirt on her own. She posted the photo on the Facebook group page. You got to check it out. Make sure you join today. Check out. Tell her what you think. Who else is here? Kelly Aston. Rayvon is here. Hi, Rayvon, buddy. How are you, buddy? Let's see here. Other comments coming in. Like I say, Aiden Ramirez sent me a 99-cent super chat. Thank you, Aiden. Thank you very much. Who else is going through here? Robert Hudson. It's all about the Borg. Resistance is futile. Okay. Who else have I got? Claude. Brittany is here. Megan Frost. Hey, hi, Megan. How are you? Sandra Kolb. I got sick on Carnival, and I had to see the doctor. Travel insurance made it difficult to collect money. You know that travel insurance is an addition to your medical insurance. It's true. You really got to be vigilant. You got to talk to your insurance provider at home. They're the pros. You want to be covered for any possibility of a medical issue, a travel issue, and just get it on an annual basis. Just make it part of the existing insurance. You'll probably get a discount if you're already adding it in with your other insurance that you got. Tom Henry, my Volt gets lots of credits. Who keeps track of all the credits? Laughing out loud. Megan, of course, Montreal, I roll, city of protests. MGM traveling. Hi, TWB. My work truck gets 8 miles to the gallon. I drive around 200 miles a day. That's called working. Let's see here. Who else is here? Megan Frost saying hi to everybody. Tom Henry saying hi to everybody. Paul Woolgus. Rob Stouter is here. Hey, Rob, how you doing, buddy? Welcome back. Who else have I got going through here? If anyone's here, say hello. I'll give you a shout out today. Great to have you guys coming through here. It is fantastic. Marfair, a good day from Tampa. Hey, Marfair, how are you? Welcome to the show. Who else is from Canada? Megan Frost wants to know. Is anyone here from Canada? Iman McCarthy, greetings from Ireland. Hey, Iman, welcome from Ireland. Donnell, hey, Bruce. Welcome. Loving your rants and cruise news. Great show as usual. Like your T-shirt, by the way. Thank you, Donnell. Welcome, my friend. Quilt Chic, Megan Frost. I'm from Mississauga, Ontario. Hi, y'all. Welcome, Quilt Chic. Who else have I got here? Silva and Megan, I used to live in Montreal. Now I'm living in Florida. That's right. Mayor First says, has anyone heard about the new Virgin ship yet? Oh, yeah, we've been talking about the Virgin Scarlet Lady. She's coming out next year. Adults only. We're waiting for her. Quilt Chic says, we are supposed to be sailing June 1 on the Equinox, now in Spain for a refurb. Took 8 days to cross the Atlantic. Sure hope we will sail. I'm sure you will, Quilt, and it'll be nice. You'll be on the new ship, all purdied up and everything. Gas, 131 a liter here, she says. That's kind of, we're 139 here, a liter, just insane here in British Columbia. Let's see here. Sheila, 6 days till the miracle. Actually 5 days, 18 hours, right on. Not that you're counting. Steaming, be careful, Bruce. Those folks from Brizzy, Australia might be that family that were on that Carnival ship borrowing. No sudden moves, Brucey. I think we're fine. I think we're just fine. Jay Aldrich, Eastern Tennessee gas, $2.43 a gallon. Very hot at 85 degrees. Send me some of that heat. I need it. And Linda Lou says, since I started watching YouTube, I rarely watch TV anymore, but I got to watch Bachelorette tonight. I get to watch that. Well, enjoy, Linda Lou. You can watch me tomorrow night if you're not doing anything. I'm on at 5 tomorrow and 8 o'clock tomorrow night for trivia. We'll have fun with that if you're not doing anything. Let's see here. Robert Childers, thumbs up. Thank you, Robert, very much. Kirk Brunson, cooking out today in New York is great. Ricardo Brian, hi, you're doing a great job. Thank you, Ricardo. Donnell, howdy, Tom, everybody. Marfair, is Cuba still a viable stop on cruise ships? Is it safe? Yes, it's safe. Still viable. The Trump administration has not yet shut it down. So far, so good. Let's see here. Francis Sabadant, greetings from Prince Edward Island, Bruce. Sabidant, is that how I pronounce it? Francis, welcome from beautiful PEI. That's awesome. Love to have viewers from PEI. Donnell, keeping well, cool. Megan, I'm back. My internet has gone down. She says, MGM traveling. Happy Victoria Day, Bruce and Sheila. I just hope the weather holds up. Thank you, everybody, for all these comments. I caught up with you guys. Cheers to one and all with the TWB family from Bruce here at Traveling with Bruce. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. 49 thumbs ups now. Thank you for that. 67 still hanging on. Thank you for hanging in there with me. If you have any thoughts or comments or questions, fire them away. We'll answer them. And I'm ready to roll. Thanks again to my buddy, Dan the Man Slots. He finished his cruise on Sunday, heading back home now to Washington. I'm pretty sure he's there now. And he just did a fantastic job considering the circumstances, being on a cruise ship in the Alaskan wilderness, being able to share with us that beautiful suite that he had on the Haven Club. My gosh, that was fantastic. And again, walking around the ship for us and showing us the go-kart tracks and the observation lounge. Love it, man. I just love it. I look forward to talking to him in the next little while. We'll be scheming something, I'm sure. And I've got some news for you guys. Just want to let you know. I'm working on a couple of interviews with some YouTubers. And I'm working on a couple of dates. It looks like right around the end of this month, I will have Sherry here from Cruise Tips TV. I am really looking forward to that. I talked to her last week. We had a chat, introduced ourselves to each other, and I've been begging her to be involved in my channel one way or another, and she has come through big time, and we are going to do a live chat together right around the end of the month. So keep in touch with me on that. I will nail down exact moments as we get closer. We're still 10 days away or so, so it's a little early, but I just want to give you a heads up that Sherry from Cruise Tips TV, with 70,000 subscribers now, way to go, Sherry. She is going to be on my channel for a live chat. I'm really, really looking forward to that. I love her channel. I just love how she talks to Mr. Cruise Tips TV and her little guy, her 10-year-old guy. I think it's fantastic. So I'm really looking forward to that. She heard about the swatting, couldn't believe it. She heard from a friend of hers who told her, and she watched my episode, could not believe it. She was dying to talk to me about that. So got to tell you, swatting makes you legit. I'm also talking to another friend of ours on this channel. I am talking to Sherry Awesome Sunsets Travel. I am talking to her. We are scheming to get together to do a live chat together, and we're working the finalized timing on that. And as soon as we work that out, I will report back to you, and we will have Sherry Awesome Sunsets Travel as a live guest on this channel as well. I'm really excited about that. I'm in touch with other YouTubers right now. I'm trying to diversify out and get more people to come in here, talk to me and talk to you, and share cruise news and cruise experience and stories and you name it. And so I'm excited about that. And like I say, the channel continues to grow out because of you folks helping me promote this channel. Other YouTubers are becoming aware of this show, that we're on 6 days a week and that we love talking about cruise ships, and this is a family rated place, and it is having an effect. And a year ago, I could not have approached a lot of these folks for really anything because I had nothing. I had 1,500 subscribers, 2,000 subscribers. Now we're at 23,000+ and growing. It's wonderful. So I'm very excited and I'm very stoked about it. And like I say, things are happening here about that. Okay. Sheila saying, or what's going on here? No, here we go. Let's see here. Sheila, I really love Sherry. Kat Ruos is going woot woot. Miss Nick Nav is saying, I love Cruise Ships TV and Traveling with Bruce, two of my faves. Say so says Sherry. Wow, wow, wow. Cool Jazz. Wonder when Bruce will have Tom on for a live chat. I've got to talk to Tom about that. I don't know if Tom wants to do something like that. We'll have to see. Linda Lou, will be on for sure. Tuesday night, Bruce says, Linda Lou, fantastic Marfair. I'm so excited. She was one of my first YouTube bloggers, one of my first. Kelly, sounds fun, says at Marfair. Donnell, good luck getting Jim Zim and Dawn on your channel for a live chat too. Looking forward to hearing you chat to Sherry. I like her channel too. I have talked to Jim Zim on a phone, and we had a great chat. I really, really appreciated Jim taking my call, and we had a good chat. I'm working on him. Someday, hopefully, someday, I'll be able to talk to him. But remember, Jim has a day job. He worked. So anyway, we'll see someday. And Dawn, I would love to have Dawn on here. Dawn's Family Vacations. I have reached out to him. I will continue to reach out to him. I'm praying that he's not. I'm hoping he's not considering me a pest by bothering him, but I try to drop a line every once in a while, and I'm hoping I can get him on. I'm hoping maybe one day I can just have a chat with him on the phone, and then maybe we can set something up. I would really love to have him on, fellow Canadian and all that. But we're working on it. Sheila, yay! Don't do it while I'm gone, Bruce. Tara Shaw, have you heard about the Carnival ship rescuing 2 men off the coast of Cozumel? Yeah, I heard something about a ship sinking and a couple of guys were rescued. I saw the news release, and I wasn't sure if I was really going to mention it all that much. It's a human interest story. I'm happy it happens a lot. I mean, since I've been doing this, it's almost like every week or two there's another rescue done, and it's almost like common stuff. But yeah, that was good news. I did hear about that, Sharon. I did hear about that. So the steamer, does that guy from Always Been Booked still do his vlogs? Like 3 hours, only seem like 2 hours and 15 minutes. I don't know who you're talking about. I'm not sure you're mentioning, Steamer. Who's that? Ron saying, hi, Bruce. Hi, Ron. How you doing? So Ron Sebelius, hey, buddy. Cool Jazz, you can watch the reruns, Sheila. That's right. Cool Jazz says, if you miss them live, you can watch reruns. Sheila, love them too. Dodell says, Sheila, oh, heck, love you all. Say so. Dawn would be fabulous. Ron, you need to get Frank and Kevin on there and Traveling with Wheels. Yeah, I'm not sure if they actually want to be here. I'm not sure if they're big fans of mine anymore. I don't know. There's something there. I think they do great work on their channel, but every once in a while I hear stuff, and I don't know if they're happy with me about whatever I'm doing wrong. I don't know what's going on. I'm not sure. Sheila, no, Cool Jazz, wait for me. Don't do it, Bruce. You wait for me to be live. Then go. I need to talk to her. Steamer, Bruce, did Bruce say family ran? I did not get the memo. No, Don's family vacation. Steamer, are you having hearing problems today? What's going on? Cool Jazz. Okay, Sheila, we'll wait for you. Sheila, love Jim too. Jim Zim, I love him. Let's see here. Jim Zim, she says, Mar Fair, Bruce, you have a wonderful energy. Mar, it's desperation. I'm a full-time YouTuber. This is all I do. I have no other options. This channel has to work or I starve. So I have an energy that thank you for all your support. Okay, Nurse Nancy, hi all. Where has the time gone? Sorry to show up late. I have my tardy slip here somewhere. Oh my gosh. You see, now that's somebody I should also get on. Nurse Nancy, I should interview you live one of these days because you've got a YouTube channel and we can talk YouTube to our peeps. So we gotta do something. But you got to be on time. Sheila, what was that ship that So Tweety was on? What's the name of that ship that So Tweety was on? Does anyone know? I'm waiting. Donnell, you're not wrong, Marfair. Sheila, hey, Nurse Nancy. Paul Wilgus, hello, Nurse Nancy. Steaming Bean, cruise tips and sea cruisers were my first to cruise YouTubers, but now I stick to Bruce, Lalita Loca, and Dawn. There you go. Now I've had Lalita Loca on the channel about 8 months ago, when Tony and Jen, they had about 5,000 subscribers, and I had about 2,000 subscribers, and now they're like a little ahead of me. Actually, I caught them and passed them, and now they've caught me and passed me, and they've got about 24,000 subs. I have 23,200 subs, and so we're just kind of, we're just chugging along. We're growing, and I love those guys. They're great. I visit them on their live show. Sometimes they visit me on my chat. Fantastic. But yeah, I'd like to get Dawn on here. I would like to get some more. Cool Jazz. Nurse Nancy, hope you brought donuts for everybody. You're late. Megan, my dad and stepmom cruise 2 to 3 times a year now. Fantastic, Megan. Are they watching my channel? Do they watch my show? Donnell, hello, Nurse Nancy. Welcome. Jay Aldrich, do you think Alliance is a good choice for cruise insurance? It could be. It could be. I think you should talk to an insurance professional, like an agent that can shop anywhere. You want to talk to an independent insurance agent that's not affiliated with any one company, and then let them shop for you so that you can get the perfect policy for what you need. It might be Alliance. It might be somebody else. I don't know. Cool Jess says, hey, Jay, Alliance, they are good. Karen Lipson, hi, Bruce, nice T-shirt. Hey, Karen Lipson, welcome to the show. Thank you for the shirt. I love this shirt. Thank you for liking it. The Steamer, always be booked as is a podcast. Oh, very interesting. Linda Lou, hi, Nurse Nancy. Nurse Nancy, nope, cool. No donuts here. I'm on that keto diet. Oh, okay. Jay, thank you, Cool Jazz. Cool Jazz. Nurse Nancy. Nurse Nancy, I have lots of bacon, though. Okay, MGM Traveling, Lalita Loco would be great. Sheila, cheese desperation is not a word I'd use to describe Bruce. Well, people use very creative words with me. Some are, Not nice. What can I tell you? Cool Jazz. Bacon goes well with everything. Sylvan, don't starve, Bruce. I wish I could mail you some of tonight's brisket, cabbage, carrots, and potatoes with a Guinness. Oh my gosh, Sylvan, that sounds awesome. Linda Lou, everything's better with bacon and butter. Oh yeah. Sheila, Sharon at Sea, Megan Frost. Okay, I'll be back. I need to get an iced coffee so I can stay awake from my book club. Hang in there, Megan. Brittany, Lalita Loca is awesome. Nurse Nancy, I'm humbled, Bruce. You know I love this cruising community. Nurse, we got to get together. We got to get you on the air. I got to get you on as a guest. We can just talk while everyone types away. I think it would be a lot of fun. I think you have stories. I think we could have some fun. Let's see here. We should direct message each other on Facebook. That's what, we should do that. What else is going on here? Sheila, Nurse Nancy, Rob Souter, come on, all you Canadians, put down that brown bottle and give Bruce a thumbs up, eh? 53 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody. We'll take that. Tom Henry does. Did anyone see Tony's video on his mystery road trip to Norfolk? The hotel room. The hotel had no room for him. I told him I have a spare guest room. He should have visited Richmond. That's right. I did see that video. I kind of had to go through it because it was a bit long. I didn't have much time, but yeah, he drove all the way up there, and his room wasn't available. It was sold out, and he had to find a hotel somewhere else. He did. Crazy. Nurse Nancy laughing out loud. Cool Jazz laughing out loud there. Quilt chick. Oh, I'm having trouble with that. QC. That's what you're going to be known as from now on. QC says, okay, Rob. Linda Lou, Sheila, when for So Tweety? When for So Tweety? Sheila, yes, Tom Henry, he should have reached out. Cool Jazz, Tom Henry, he was coming to be on that private sale on the celebration. That's what he was up there for. Tom Henry Tweety was on the Coral Princess honor. That's where So Tweety was. The Coral Princess, says Tom Henry. Panama Canal cruise. Sheila, I was wondering about the two people that were rescued. And Panama Canal, Sheila says Linda Lou. The two people are rescued. I don't know if there were actually two people rescued on the Anthem of the Seas or one, but I don't know how they're doing. I have no idea. They dropped them off in Nassau, got them to a hospital. The ship went to New York late, got there late, has done its thing. It's now headed to Bermuda on a 4-day cruise instead of a 5-day cruise, and lots of compensation being offered to everybody. Oh my gosh, it's costing a lot of money. Let's see here. Tom Henry says, no, Cool Jazz. He had a travel agent viewing of the Sunshine in that would have been in Charleston. Is that right? Sheila, Linda Lou, there was a capsized boat, but probably not her sailing. Steaming Bean, Bruce said, quilt. No, I didn't. No, you heard that, but I didn't say that. That comment can't be shown. Cool Jazz. So why need a hotel? Get a cabin. Sheila, thanks, Bruce. Thanks, everyone. I had better start packing soon. There you go, Sheila. Alrighty, well, there you go, folks. Like I say, some news there. We're going to have some more YouTubers on this channel. I'm looking for additional YouTubers, but I definitely have a commitment from Sherry from Cruise Tips TV. She will be here right around the end of the month, and I'm really looking forward to it. She's looking forward to it. One day I hope to meet her in person. I think we're going to have hours of stuff to talk about if she can spare any, or if I can, because we're both so busy. It's unbelievable. But you YouTubers, we gotta talk. That's no doubt about it. Anyway, there you go. Oh, Sheila, so exciting for you. Safe travel, says Nurse Nancy. And the comments, I've caught up on everything. So thank you very much. All right, there it is. I think that's the show for today. I think I've bored you long enough. Thank you for joining me today, and thank you for 57 thumbs ups here. Really appreciate that. Please check out my video that I put on earlier today about, does a cruise ship actually pollute as much as 1 million cars a day? I have a hard time believing that one, but please check it out. And I hope you like that video. Give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down and help that video get some promotion. Share it with your friends on Facebook for me if you wouldn't mind. I would really love that. If any of you do Twitter, please share it on Twitter. That would be great too. Thanks again for all your support of this YouTuber and his efforts. I appreciate it so much. And again, those of you out there who are buying items on Amazon, man, do I thank you for that. I've had about 4 or 5 days in a row where people were buying product on Amazon, and the channel were getting little commissions. I appreciate that. Little pennies from heaven, I call that. Thank you. Sylvan says, dinner awaits. Great show as usual, Bruce. Thank you, Sylvan. Glenn Number, Climate Scaremongers. Paul Willis, take everybody. Good show, Bruce Marfair. Have a great evening. Donnell, will do, Bruce. Cool Jazz, that's why I'm here, buddy. Sheila, Tom, if I'm at that in that area, I know where to come over. Tom Henry, good night, everybody. Sheila or Paul, somewhere close by too. Linda Lou, Sheila, they didn't find anyone in that capsized boat. Sheila was it was me, Bruce. That was me, Bruce, says Sheila. Linda Lou, bye, Tom. Donnell, 99, all you too, Tom. Thank you, everyone, for your comments, your thoughts. Stay well, stay safe, stay warm, stay healthy. And I'll see you tomorrow at 5 o'clock and tomorrow night at 8 o'clock for live trivia. Thank you again, everybody. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And we'll catch you in the next 24 hours. Glenn Ambrose saying goodbye. Sheila saying probably a drug ship that deal went bad. What can we say? Tom Henry, good night, Viv, wherever you are. Thank you all. Have a good night, everybody. See you tomorrow at 5. Bye for now.